Hi, Jenny Zagrino here with my co-host and co-partner of Good Times.
Oh, okay, all right.
Times.
Jeff Leach, you make
Jeff
it sound
Leach?
like we're running sex parties together.
Fucking. good times, good energy, good vibes. Jeff Leach, welcome to Show Your Feet. Why this?
Just, I don't know, thought it'd throw you, and it worked. Show me your feed, that's the name of our podcast.
Show Your Feed. This is the show where we get into the algorithm. What is showing up? What are we scrolling? What are we doom scrolling at night? What are we doom scrolling during the day? We're doom scrolling all the time. Is the algorithm inside you? Is it inside me?
Or
is
are
it
you
inside
inside the algorithm?
We're all in it. So we're going to figure out with our amazing guest, you know, who they really are based on what the internet tells them they are.
Or who they're not and what they're being force-fed by the companies that control us all.
That's true.
You know, because some of it, I feel like we're fighting against it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who's our guest?
Always taking a little bit of a conspiracy theory. I love it.
I got to throw a little conspiracy in there somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
What do they like, or what are they telling us to like? I love this guy. He's so funny. He's absolutely hilarious. He has been on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Ted. He tours everywhere. He's amazing.
Multifaceted performer.
So funny and a great actor.
Yeah.
Danny Jolles, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
Danny
Hello.
Jolles. I wouldn't leave you hanging.
Thank you
Sorry, I
so
saw the hand go
Hi.
up.
You should put your one little finger in his hand.
I'd love to put my finger in your hand. Is that
Absolutely,
right?
buddy.
How does that feel strange?
Yeah.
No, I feel like it's kind of like a meant to be thing.
Yeah.
Like, I
It
feel
is
like
meant
it's
Does it
like
feel
always-
strange if I gently stroke your finger with my thumb whilst you do it?
My guy, you do whatever you want.
Oh, Danny's unshakable.
Oh, you can't.
I love it.
You can't shake him.
You can't shake me. Yeah. Now, you mostly smelled your own finger there, so I don't really know what you got out of
I
that.
did.
But
Yeah.
Clean. I just had a shower right before coming
Did
here.
you say
I
So-
showered this morning.
Drone
Amazing.
finger?
Look at us achieving. Look
What?
at
I
us.
heard drone finger.
Own finger.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I thought there was like you had a drone. Like that's the finger of the drone.
this is specifically the
Me
one
and
that
the
I
drone
use to
go
fly
to
it
fuck
around.
my drone.
No, I fortunately I feel like got married before sex robots came along, but I do
Yeah.
feel like if I was single, that'd be an issue for.
100%.
For
I
sure.
I
I
think
bought
it's
a
a big
fake
issue
vagina
coming.
not that long ago. I'm like, a few months ago, I decided to buy a silicone booty and vagina just because
Yeah.
I thought, fuck it, why not? I saw that episode of Dave, Little Dickie's TV show.
Yeah, great show.
Where he buys a sex doll and he was going, I've been waiting since I was a 14-year-old boy to have this thing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm a 4-year-old man. If I want to buy, what would be
Yeah.
a silicone pussy? A slussy.
Do you have a?
If I want to buy a slussy, I'm going to buy myself
If
a
that's
sluss.
not what it's called, it should be called that. Do you have an Oculus?
No. I'm not VR in it.
I VR, and
Ooh,
I
wait,
have.
can you VR porn?
So you can. I have not
Okay.
yet because I'm too afraid. But I know people who do, and they say it is not yet there,
Right.
but getting closer.
Okay.
Right. It's close. It's not 100% there
I
yet.
have friends who say it is horrifying.
They say it is
But
close,
still satisfying.
But they say it's close.
If you put the vibrate function on,
Well,
it works
VR
a lot
is
better.
Yeah.
incredible. Oculus is unbelievable.
Are you a man of technology in general? Are you glued to your phone throughout the day? Do you look at stuff on social media sites?
Well, I try not to be
regularly.
right. I mean, like, because of what we do,
Yeah.
against our will, all of us have been dragged into the influencer world.
100%.
So I have been still kicking and screaming about it.
Yeah.
As I slowly get dragged into becoming an influencer.
Yeah. Let
Right.
me even look at your hat.
I was going to say, use code Danny for 20% off.
But I very much appreciate places that work with me and are
Yeah.
willing to make. But I am an influencer, and so as a result, right, we have to be on social media. We
Right.
have to
Yes.
be responding to things. So yes, I am on there a lot. I do spend a lot of time. But then I also like games. So Oculus is more. That's just fun. Although I have done stand up in the Oculus.
Really?
Yep.
What was that
In
like?
that VR game where there's a comedy club game, isn't there, where you can actually go up on stage and you have
I
like...
don't even know about the game. This guy built. It's called the app was called Banter, but
Yeah.
he basically built a comedy club in there, and then there were like 30 VR people in this VR comedy club.
Whoa.
It was
Did you have an
basi-
avatar?
Yeah. I made a little me, and I was
Oh
on
my
stage.
God.
Yeah. There's footage of it. It was wild. It was wild.
So much of stand-up, though, is the subtle nuance of looks and face and movement and
Look, and
porn.
what I told them, because like the guys in there were very excited about this,
Yeah.
and they were like, it's the problem with VR is it is still too nerdy, and they
Yeah.
have to go out of the nerd world. And I've yelled. It's the same thing with like I love Drone Racing League, and
With the drone finger.
Drone finger.
There you go. There you go.
callback.
a little drone finger.
She's a callback.
I'm a pro.
She's a pro.
I've been doing it.
And they're like so into their nerds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but if you want it to grow, you have to go outside nerds. You have to start doing it. Same thing with like VR, where they're like very into like the people that love this. And I'm like, right, but if you want it to grow, it's gonna have to go to everybody.
Yeah.
Right,
And the thing
right.
I told them, they were like, stand up, this could be the future stand up. And I was like, it can't, nothing touches live stand up.
No.
I was like, this is fun and this is a fun thing to do. It's basically a level removed from Zoom stand up at the end of the day.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. It's-
That's basically what we're doing. I'm down because I have an Oculus, so I'll do it anytime they
Yeah.
want me to do it because it is easy. Same
Yeah.
with Zoom stand up. People are like, I still get asked to do Zoom stand up sometimes, and I'm like, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's bad.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're paying for. Sure.
Well,
I
but I
can't
think
bring
that-
myself to do it. I just hate it so
I
much.
did it so
I
much
think
during
that
the
people are
fucking-
at this
we did
point.
some shows together
We
during
did some. I think
during
people
COVID.
are okay with at this point. They were okay with bad. I think that maybe 20 years ago, people have been like, "Why would I ever do that?" And now we're
Totally.
like, "That sounds great. I don't have to leave, and I can just stay on my
They're like
on my
anything
stuff."
except another 1 minute of crowd work
Yes.
from these fuckers on
I
their
know.
socials. Yeah.
But I did jokes in the Oculus, and it worked. Like the
Yeah.
crowd, it was
Right.
really fun. I had a good time. It was an enjoyable experience.
Did you have any arms, or did you just have little floaty
No, you have arms.
hands?
You have
Could
arms.
did
No,
you have,
I was able to do. I couldn't do fingers, but like I was like, and
Yeah.
I like practiced a little bit because I'm a loser, and so I was pretty good at like expressive. I like
Like
really
in front of the
figured out-
mirror.
You know when
Well,
you're...
because what I noticed was because I was practicing kind of there was
Yeah.
a mirror in VR that I was
Right.
practicing in front of to watch myself, and I noticed that when
That's
you,
even crazier.
so on stage, right, you hold the microphone, and
Yes.
then your other hand's kind of like here most of the time.
Yeah.
But that looked like my arm was like in VR. That was like this.
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
really got good at like hands always out, just keep them
Right,
out,
right,
and then
right.
it looks so much more expressive.
So weird.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's a nightmare. The world's a nightmare.
Yeah, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. All right,
I'd get
okay.
derailed. I've got too much of an ADHD brain. I can't even fucking say that sentence. An ADHD brain. So I'd imagine I would just spend time in that mirror, just like dancing to that.
Well, you
I've been a
can't.
nasty girl.
So once you go out of
songs
the VR,
in
'cause once you go out of the stand-up world, VR is incredible.
Yeah.
So many good games. The football game, unbelievable. NFL Pro Era.
American or European football? We're talking soccer. We're talking American football.
American football.
Oh
obviously.
my
It's
god. Okay, all right.
freaking clowns.
The bastard.
I love soccer.
The special needs
I love
rugby,
European.
as we call
I
it.
love European.
That's what we call
How
it.
dare you? How dare you? Rugby, when it is in 7v7, is the slowest game
Rugby?
of all time. Yeah, you heard me.
It's not slow.
It is slow.
I've never
We don't
watched
stop
a
all the
rugby
time.
game.
Seven-
We don't
77.
stop it every 2 seconds like you guys
Yes,
do.
you do, because you got to make your stupid little piles. You got to make your stupid little piles. It takes an hour, and then you do the stupid thing where you jump the guy. Oh, it takes forever. Don't get me started. I've watched your game. I've tried.
All right, fair.
I've just looked
Fair.
at videos of rugby players' asses. That's as far as I've
Good time.
gotten on the sport.
But 7v7 rugby, I think,
legs
is very,
are amazing.
very much could come
Okay,
over.
all right.
7v7, I think, is much more exciting.
You want there to be enough for like a last supper and a couple of extras, couple of plus ones.
I want a super
Anything
athlete to
more
be
than
able
that.
to succeed, and I think in regular rugby, it's very hard for an extreme athlete to, because there's just so many people. It's hard to get on a good run.
I mean, what rugby are you watching? Are you watching like World Cup of rugby?
Yeah, I'm watching I
I feel like it's way more fast paced. We don't have all the pauses and all the theatrics. That's the difference. That's why it's a bit more boring. It's just a bunch of blokes with
So you
like
don't have
bad teeth
cheerleaders?
being like, and fuck it up and go.
Yeah,
It's
see,
a lot of that.
that's not for me.
Yeah, you need cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You need to stop the game in the middle,
Yeah.
so that cheerleaders
and have a
can come
performance
out.
by Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, football, I mean, look, American football, like, you're right, because it's very start and stop. That's kind of
Yeah.
our thing. And
Right.
it's a lot of analysis, and, like, every play is really, even in the moment, like, dissected. But
Yeah.
that also becomes, once you really understand it, like, so much of the fun of football is, like, every play you really, like, dissect.
Sounds so boring. Are you? Dissect my sports game. Would we find a lot of this kind of content on your feed if we started scrolling through?
No,
Are we going to
because my
find
feed
sports
is nothing, my feed, sports, yes.
Well, there you
You'll
go.
find stuff. You'll find
Okay.
sports.
VR, nerds,
Not
nerd
ton of-
culture.
Nerds, a solid amount. I was the Magic the Gathering. I'm also into.
Oh,
and
nice,
For a
okay,
while, they were
right.
really targeting me, and then they went away out of nowhere.
See that happen? I feel like
Yeah.
at some point you
Nerds
you
are a fickle
scroll
bunch,
through
you know.
scroll through enough of like what you actually want to see, and then the algorithm is like,
he
Okay,
doesn't like it anymore.
you've had enough.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I like
Next
Magic
thing.
the Gathering.
Did
more.
Next
you know
thing.
that Doja Cat's butthole slipped out on stage last week? Boom,
Did
video.
it?
Certainly
No,
not.
that's what the
Oh,
algorithm said.
I was like, it did? Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know if her butthole. I've definitely searched Doja Cat naked photos. There's lots of breast photos, but there's no
Yeah.
butthole as of yet. Cardi B, on the other hand, 100%. There's
Just
a butthole.
use your
There's
imagination.
a close-up of her butthole at a strip club. She used to
Yeah.
dance at strip clubs, so there is a picture of her bent over and she's looking over her shoulder a little bit like, I'm going to have a rap career one day, and her bumhole's just...
And now she does, and that butthole is along for the ride of her rap career.
Yeah.
That butthole will never bring her down.
And the butthole's moving.
No,
So it's a video.
It's in my
no,
head.
he
It's-
made it.
No.
So you said it was a picture, but
He
it,
thought
that
about
sounds
this.
like
That's actually the silicone mold. He said, make it look like Cardi B's butthole.
But you like the silicone mold.
I love
Thank
the
you.
silicone mold. No, actually, I found it really impersonal. I've fucked it about 3 times and I'm already over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's, it's at this point, it's a hindrance. It's
Women's
a
sex toys
dependent
are
at
so
this
much.
point.
They're so
Yeah.
much better. They look nice. They've got fun names.
Totally.
I love the warmth of a real vagina. The
they're
cold,
great.
hard, barren land that is a silicone,
a silicone
slussy.
pussy.
It's just,
Well,
it's just no
also
good.
A real human. I mean, it is. You're going to want a real human in there. That's just
I
Danny.
don't know about that. I mean, that's not always the case. Sometimes
Also,
I do just want to
the
fuck
way you
something
said
that...
you're gonna want a real human in there did sound like you were talking about sports.
Sure. And both, I would argue.
Both are sports.
Hey, I would say every now and then I'll hear like, someday robots will play football. It's like, no.
Never.
No, we're gonna
Or if they
watch
do,
you.
it'll be like Murderball. It's going to be called Murderball, and they're going to
And
rip
there'll be
each
one
other
We did
human.
apart.
BattleBots.
Yeah,
we did
yeah,
BattleBots, and they try.
But
and they,
never full standing, running, like
That's
punching
true.
each
Oh,
other.
like the dog, like the
Yeah.
the dogs.
The dog.
What is the
Boston
the
Dynamics.
Boston Dynamic dog?
Oh, yeah.
And then the videos too of those is they're always trying to beat
I
the
hate
shit
that
out of the
company.
robot.
I fucking
I hate it.
that company.
Yeah,
They're
they're
the end of the
creating
world.
They're
what's
just
going to
trying
murder
to
us.
kill us,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
every time they send out a new video, and we're all like, "We get it,
Yeah.
we got it.
We
You
got it.
made
You're the
something
people who are
kinda
going to
good.
make the super
Yeah.
We
robots.
get it.
Yeah.
Just knock it off. I fucking hate that
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
Let's
Wait,
get to your
wait until
feed.
they buy out. Wait until they buy out an
I get
AI
angry.
company, and then we're fucked. Because
Oh,
when they've
truly,
got the,
that's
they've
all
got the
they do.
brain to.
Every 3 months, they're good for some video where you're like, "Great, Boston Dynamics, you've done it again." That
Yeah.
seems more dangerous.
Now they can open doors.
Yeah,
Great.
watch.
Well done.
Watch.
Stairs used to be an issue.
Now we
Not
can shoot
anymore.
it with a
Not
shotgun.
anymore.
There's no killing it
Haven't you
anymore.
seen
Great.
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
The Brits already
Yeah.
taught you this. Stairs
they
is the number
always-
one
Fucking
enemy.
company. Somebody
They-
stop them.
Yeah.
They always have videos where they're beating the shit out of the robot, and they're just like, "Look it, we're fucking this robot up." You think that robot's not gonna remember that?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it's also
robot's
their-
gonna remember
but
it.
also every one of them now, they fuck up the robot just gets back up, and they're like, "Look at how strong the robot is." It's like
Yeah.
that's bad. You're doing a bad job.
Ugh.
Oh, here we go. There they are, the little
Let's see.
He's
bastards.
fucking.
Let's see this guy.
You broke my heart.
I wonder what would be on a robot. What would be on a
See, I
robot's
do feel
feed?
sad for this robot now because
He's
I'm
going to
a
dance in a
human.
second, though. Do you love me? There he goes. Look,
Oh, there it goes.
this is you doing VR. This is you.
There it goes.
Look, big arm movements. Big arm movements. Yeah.
It's like, look, I'm lovable. Come hug me.
I'll tell you what the worst part
I'll crush
this
your body.
upsets me about is this fucking robot can dance better than I can. That's painful. I've never
No, it
felt
can't.
whiter
That
in my
looks
entire life.
horrible. If you saw somebody on the dance floor moving like that, you'd be disgusted.
It is why. It is
You
really
move better than
uncomfortable
that.
to watch.
You move better than that. You need to believe in yourself.
You're
more.
correct. You're
Yeah.
correct.
Danny,
we need to
let's
look at your
see-
feed.
yeah,
Let's see
let's
some
see
of
if
your
it
videos.
makes
No,
you
uncomfortable.
You don't need to apologize.
Because you told us you brought in
3 that I
3
hate.
that you hate,
These are ones that show up that I almost consistently hate.
which is
And
exciting.
you've seen them on more than one occasion. Do you think these pieces?
Yes, I can't remember what the second one is.
So these
for the
are the
record.
ones that are being. This is going to be the first guess where we're getting shown what's being force fed to
Yeah.
you.
This
'cause
is being force fed to me.
All right,
Okay,
cool. Let's
let's
pull
see.
up clip number 1 of Danny's.
and so, this
And if
is,
we will watch on this screen over
Oh, I
here,
see.
yeah,
That's
just so we can
so-
see your
so see
beautiful
my
face,
face. Yeah, that's
as we
smart, that's
as we
smart.
react.
That's smart. That's good. Yeah, you know, I have a very expressive face. You're gonna want that.
Come on, Jeff. See,
you do.
got
We
this.
saw it in your Sasquatch.
Loading.
Oh, it's loading. My bad. Oh, because you're on TikTok, right? These are all on TikTok, correct?
These are on TikToks. You told me to send TikToks.
TikToks is great. TikToks or Instagram.
Reels,
told me
whatever.
I find that my TikTok is much more all over the place. I find my Instagram is pretty
It's
Yeah.
pretty much just sports feed and
sports and friends and like comics. Like my TikTok is all over the map.
Yeah.
How are we looking, Jeff? See, we
I
got
used
it?
to I
It
used
is loading.
I used
still. I
to
don't know
get
why
so
it's-
many
I
songs.
tell you what, bring up the video though, so we can at least like see the screen, because then we can maybe shout out the person it is. Let's. Oh wow, it's a young chap
starting
eating a
with these
burrito.
guys.
Okay, and his What's the username? Can you scroll down slightly so we
This
can
is
see
going to
what
be
this young
big
man's
A.
called?
This is going to be.
AJ Befumo. A.J.
Do you guys not know who this is?
No
we bring the
idea.
boom. I think no,
No
we do
idea.
know. It's the Costco kid.
You'll never be alone. We bring the boom to you each day right here from Boca Raton. Stick with the Costco guys and you'll never get
The Costco guys, remember?
Oh my God.
This is them.
We're pushing weight in the gym and we're crushing the ball. Big Justice brings the boom and puts it over the wall. When your family comes first.
This is horrible.
They're the most Italian-looking family I've ever seen.
They
in my
really are
entire
very
life. I love that.
Italian-looking.
Befumo.
And they're in Florida? Come on.
Boca Raton. Yeah.
It's like the modern Partridge family.
So here's.
Yeah.
So my issue with this, and you can stop it, never gets better. So
Tell us your rage.
Yeah, leave it
Yeah.
on Dad with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, he does.
so here's my, because this family, it is very tough because
Okay.
I think people have attacked. First off, nobody should attack these kids. They're doing what they're told to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
This dad is clearly the ringleader,
Right.
potentially
Clearly.
worthy of attacking.
He kind of looks like he has a lip ring.
He's
A little bit.
he is so. If you watch like their videos where they're just like talking, he
Yeah.
is so like. He's so trying. He so clearly wants to be famous.
Yeah.
Like this is
Absolutely.
his thing. It's very
I
clear
was,
who's the
I was
ringleader.
trying to draw a little beard because I was going to put a little thin line beard on him, and you would see he looks exactly like Hard Rock Nick. You know, can you
Who's Hard
pull
Rock
up? Can
Nick?
you pull up on another tab alongside it? Hard Rock Nick. Can you get an or just
Rock Nick.
in another window? Can you search
He
Hard Rock Nick and bring
he
it
looks
up?
like he was in
They're
a
the same
metal band
horrendous
in the
human
80s.
being. Yeah. I want a
Yeah.
side by side comparison if we can, just like one video over the top
No,
if
he's,
possible.
he wants the sponsorship from Costco.
That- everything
must already
do,
have it.
So
They
their
must
big
have it
thing
already. They
is so
must
their
have
big
it
thing is
Costco.
they do Boom or Doom, and
Okay, what's
the
Boom or-
dad
Okay.
loves the double chunk chocolate chip cookie,
There you go.
and he says like cookie, he goes double chunk chocolate chip cookie,
Yeah.
and then the kid likes the chicken bake,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Well,
what
we can tell.
my issue. So
Yeah.
this guy.
Look, it's the same
This
person.
guy got outed, didn't he?
It's-
This guy
he
got
did get
outed as
outed.
like completely fake.
Oh, he's been outed a million times. They're all lunatics, just like Andrew Tate and
Wait, how
Dan
he's not rich?
Bilzerian
This
and
guy's
all of
not rich at all?
Yeah, he's
Got
not rich.
outed
Yeah, of course
for
not.
what?
Not being rich.
them. No, he's wealthier than the average human being, but he's definitely not a multi-billionaire like he suggests he is.
Yeah.
He thinks he's one of the richest men in the world.
Man.
Which, I mean,
Man,
but
the-
if you show him, can you just like minimize that a little? Or sorry, put it alongside the dad because I want you to see how
Yeah.
perfect.
I mean, totally, because it's
They're the same human being.
yes, which
desperate
are
for.
desperate to go viral. And I think the thing that upsets me the most about the Costco guys
Okay. Boys.
is that we
Costco
have to be
boys.
better, and I'm disappointed in us. As
Okay.
this family has grown, 1.6 million followers on TikTok now,
Okay.
clearly getting a lot of sponsorship things.
Yes.
yeah.
It's bad. It's bad content.
Same energy.
Desperate.
Same energy.
Yes.
Same energy.
Yes,
Look at
it's,
that.
both of these are people who go, I just want to be famous,
Yeah.
and we have to be better as an internet to
Yes.
stop this.
I had a friend one time.
But the human race is not better.
But we
No, they're
are.
not.
No, we
They're
are.
not.
Yes, we are.
But
No,
I had,
yes,
we're
we
not.
are.
We're
We
not.
are better than this.
I
We
had
are
a friend
better
one
than
time
this.
who told me to my face, she was like, I just want to be famous. And I was like, oh, okay, for what? And she was like, I don't know. And it was this most terrifying thing anyone has ever said to my face.
And
Yeah.
and we used,
And that's what it is.
and here's the thing.
But also, Nikki Glazer's flying now.
Oh, shut up.
I got you back, Joe Prano.
She,
That was rough.
but like, she, I'm not involved. What I will say,
She won't be watching this.
I'm not
Don't worry,
involved.
it's all
So
good.
I don't know
I'm going to
anything.
get her on the show. And
I'm
you're going to
not
have to look her in
involved.
the face and say it.
Get her on, and I'll be like, listen, how many other people's reels do you watch before you steal pieces of material?
Okay, we don't know that. Let's not throw around
You're right.
accusations.
You're right. It could have been a write-up. You're right.
What I will say is that we have to be better than this.
Yes.
Because reality TV used to be where those people went, and now they're skipping that step and just being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'll just literally
Watch
look,
the lowest common denominator,
I'll go
two-dimensional
Yeah.
dog
like
shit.
like that family just went. We're gonna be family. We're gonna be loud. We're gonna post 5 videos a day, and we're just gonna say Costco and get a corporate
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it worked. And it's like and we
Repeating
become
themes that
and
the
we-
internet and the algorithm rewards repetitive theme.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you have to work out how to do a repetitive theme, but then make it creative enough that you don't want to blow your own
Have
fucking brains out.
something that's
what
you.
Morgan J did, right?
Yes.
His repetitive theme is, I use a fucking auto-tune voice and I say funny things and then I get people to
Yeah.
say funny things. Right? That's his returning theme. That's why people like his videos.
Yes.
Because most of them are not comedy fans necessarily or deeply,
But I think what's so cool
loving
about-
deep art.
Right, well, the
but he
best-
gets to do something on stage and in his tours and with his content, but feeds the algorithm
It's
the
perfect.
repetition, you know?
He's in the perfect situation where
Yeah.
he is able to do a great hour.
Maybe those
Yeah.
two, maybe that man and that son and his son are doing amateur dramatics. Then maybe they're
don't,
doing Shakespeare
because
on the
we
weekends.
know what they are. That's what they are, and everybody's falling for it. They're
Because people are
falling for it.
easy.
They're not
People
falling for it.
are
I think they
tired and
bind to it because
easy.
most
I
of
get
the
it.
population. Listen. I'm with you, man. I know I'm playing devil's advocate. That seems to be my role in the podcast. I actually do agree with
Conspiracy
everything you're
theory,
saying. Of
devil's
course,
advocate.
no, I agree with everything you're saying. But I also, what I don't agree with is I used to have that hopeful concept that the human race, as a gross generalization, are better than that. But they're not. We live in bubbles with, in liberal as well, liberal progressive cities that are bubbles where people generally are either into some form of creativity or trying to make something of themselves. There's large portions of this country, especially where they are that. They are
No,
literally
no.
that. They're not better than that because they
Your
are the
Honor,
Costco guys.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think that, listen, I think that I agree, like, totally. It's like artistic, like trying to make something artistic, particularly in 2024. It's like good fucking luck.
Right.
You know, like, and I agree that I think sometimes I do sit at home and I go, I don't know if people actually want good content anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Not in like
I know
a,
some people do, just not the majority.
just not the majority. Yeah, totally. Like, I think that there are people who are like, I don't really care to watch something that's going to make me think whatever.
Right.
And I think that, look, sometimes I'm in that mood. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, totally. And I think there's a place, and that was my thing. My thing is like, there's a place for everything. There's enough people that want good art, that good art should make money. And there's enough people who want
to just watch a girl
TikTok
on
or
TikTok
whatever.
and have to pause at the right time to
Yes.
see her in her underwear. Like
And that's totally fine.
Okay, Jeff.
But this is a level down that we
Yes.
cannot fall to. We cannot fall to this.
We can't become the
have to.
Costco
We
boys.
cannot become this.
We can't become the
This is a
Costco
level.
boys.
This is a level.
We're
below.
already
We
here, bro.
cannot
We're already
become
here.
the Costco
We're
boys.
not, but the majority
I
of
do
the
not believe.
population is
I think the
already
majority of
here.
the population. I'm not saying the majority of the population is going to want to watch fucking The Sopranos.
You know
but
how
I think
you know how I can prove that I'm right.
Okay.
One of the biggest watch shows of all time, two of the biggest watch shows of all time, pre-internet, pre-social media apps, Jerry Springer show, Honey Boo Boo.
You forgot Big Bang Theory.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
Oh, that's right. They're all billionaires.
Jerry
They don't care. They can't hear you from their castles.
But the Jerry Springer show, right? That is an entertaining show that I think has a place
about the
in our-
lowest common denominator people, filled with audiences of lowest common denominator people saying shit like,
You're sounding very
should fuck your
classist,
cousin,
Jeff.
dude. Just do
Jeff,
it,
you're
man.
sounding
And listen, and I
very
don't want-
classist
You're saying
right
some very
now.
classist, but also, and I would never. But also, what I would say is this, and I'm disgusted. But what I also would say is, I would argue, Jerry Springer found a thing, made it his, did something. This is straight up corporate. This is a
Yes.
corporate product that a guy just went, let me become a corporate product.
A shill, yeah. Let me just sell this fucking product
Let
for
me just
whatever it is. Yeah.
create whatever the algorithm wants, and I think that is a level
that's
we've never
happening
fallen.
in every
Yes.
facet of human existence now, though. Politics is literally that, feeding an algorithm. I watched a video today, right? And I would be a left-wing voter if I could vote. I would vote for Kamala Harris. You know, I would.
Yeah.
But I saw a video that popped up today on her page. It's her Instagram account of her like having a conversation with a woman of color in a place she's going to, literally being like, you know what I always get told to bring to the party? Greens. I always cook the collard greens. You know, listen, and she literally looks at the camera and she goes, and this is true. And then she goes, I used to cook so much, I really had to wash it in the bath. I had to wash my greens in the bath, blah, 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 blah. I'm like watching this going, no, please don't do it. Don't do this dog shit pandering,
you have to,
two-dimensional
have to.
fucking. No, you
That's
don't.
separate, though.
That's
You
what,
don't.
that's
You
that's
don't.
what
separate.
Danny's
And
saying. You
that's
don't.
what I'm saying.
But I think that's
if
separate.
I were to, because in general, I think that when I watch the conventions, both, not picking a side.
Right. Okay.
100% picking
Sure.
a side. 100%.
This is an across the board thing. This is an across the board. Politicians, and maybe this is a stand up comic talking, are the worst speakers
Yes.
alive. I do not understand.
Obama wasn't the worst. I think he was pretty good.
Obama's great.
He was pretty charming.
Obama's absolutely the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Watching both those conventions, being like, none of these people know how to present a speech.
Yeah.
They don't know how to sell it. They
Yep.
don't know how to do it. That scene, right? So it's like, if I was with Kamala and I was her advisor, I'd be like, okay, if we want to say you're somebody who makes collard greens, great. There's a way to do that.
If we want to appeal to people of color within the voting population, let's call it what it is. If we want to pander and to a particular group within our demographic, how would they approach it?
I'd say be honest, right? That's the thing stand-up
Yeah.
teaches
I'm
you.
Indian.
Yeah.
Stand-up teaches you to be honest, be authentic. When people are like, what do you do when you're in an urban room? It's like, I'm white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go on stage and I go, I'm white.
You don't
And
walk
they-
on stage and be
and they
like, "Hey, what's
fucking get
happening,
it."
y'all?
They
Yes.
go, they get it, and
Yep.
and we have a fine time. I would be
Yeah.
like, just be who you are.
Yeah.
You don't have. You can
Correct.
just go to a barbecue. You don't have to do this.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is bad and it's pandery. And
Yeah.
then this succeeds. And I go, am I right? But that's what I would
Yeah.
say to her. I would just say to her, that's what Stam
You
teaches
would
you.
say, don't
That's-
become a Costco
when
boy.
when I watch politicians give speeches, I'm like, just be who you are.
But they're
who
monsters.
you are. I know.
The concern
most of
is
them,
that
totally,
Trump
I
is
agree.
already
Yeah.
doing that potentially.
But,
He's
all
just
right.
being a. Anyway,
Well,
yeah,
I
we're
gotta
going
keep
off
us
the,
on track
yeah,
time-wise.
Yeah.
I'm going to say agreeing to disagree on agreeing somehow. You guys still actually kind of agree.
I think we mostly
Oh
agree.
Yeah,
no,
you agree.
100%.
We mostly agree.
We agree in our morals and ethics of what we want for
Yes.
the world. You have more hope, I think, for humanity than I
do.
currently
Yeah.
do.
I believe that this Costco guy thing. I believe that this family is going to be the low point we hit, and I think from this point on, the internet's going to turn it around.
I think we've been on
Let's go to the
desperate
next
slide
video.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is,
the next
who's
video.
up next then? Is it Jenny or is it me? Jenny. Jenny's a grano. What was your first video of the
I have
week?
no idea what my video is.
I love
I'll
that.
be honest.
Oh,
I was actually hoping that this was the one because it kind
okay,
of
so this
it kind
is by
of
Chris
ties
Ramsey,
into
52.
this ties into kind of what we're talking about with art.
This, believe it or not, is a coin purse by Japanese artist DJ Do. Now, it comes complete with stubble, and it feels all too
Oh, it's so
Isn't it
weird.
horrifying?
These holes here are made for a chain, so you can wear it around your neck.
Yeah, sure.
And then
So
you can
gross.
put your coins in its
Oh.
Listen to the sound of the teeth clacking. It even looks irritated around where these holes are. I wonder who would be willing to wear this
Me.
around their own neck.
100%.
Imagine going
You'd
to
wear
the
it as a
store
belt.
In a
for something,
heartbeat.
using this and just being like, here you go.
Oh, 100%. That's what I would
like this
do.
video and follow for more cool stuff.
Hey, let's
So-
video five.
That I hate it. But so this I think, but this is like goes into the whole concept of art, right? Like this is art.
I like that.
I love it.
I think that's
it's
cool.
weird. It's different.
Yep.
It's and to get it on the algorithm, it has to kind of be weird and different.
And here's what I like. Somebody had a specific vision. I'm going to make this thing as real as possible.
Yeah.
I think there's absolutely people who will buy that. I love that.
He does all skin stuff.
Love it.
That artist.
Weird.
What body part wouldn't you wear? Where would you draw the line?
Any of them. I wouldn't wear any of these, but
Oh, you
Oh,
wouldn't,
I'd-
you wouldn't
I'd
wear
wear
that
all
little
of
chain
it.
around your neck?
I'd wear all of it.
I'd wear that. I think that's hilarious and funny.
He has
I'd wear
eyes.
that out
He
at
has
some point.
eyes, just eyes that where you touch it, it slowly falls asleep.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hyperrealism.
Hyperrealism, and he has like a drink machine made out of skin.
Nice. Any body parts you wouldn't rock?
No, I'd wear them all. Yeah,
Yeah?
give me a penis. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah. I'll open up the urethra.
I'm just imagining
and
you
grab
lowering
my
a bucket
straws.
into a well right now with some lotion in it.
That's going to be...
Give me a body part. I'll wear any of them.
It's gonna be tough to go in
I'm not-
public
yeah.
with that on your neck, but I'm rooting for it.
You know what?
That's the only
and
issue.
that's
Yeah.
give that to the Costco boys. Let them see.
That's
Put your
somebody,
little Costco card
but
out
you
of
know
it.
what? Like even that, like right, like that's something I wouldn't wear, but I'm like specific vision.
Yeah.
Somebody has
But the
specific vision. They worked
the
on it.
Costco
And
boys
hey, and let me
audience-
say this: nailed it.
But you know
Like,
what? The
Nailed it.
Costco
so
boys
fucking
audience,
real. Yes.
they would say, they would look at that and go, That's ungodly. That's disgusting. I'd much prefer
I'm with
watching
that. I
don't
this,
think that's
this
true.
good, God-fearing.
I don't
It's
think
not a
that's
God-fearing
true.
guy. It's not a good
It
God-fearing
doesn't
guy.
matter. They don't know that.
I don't think that's true. I think
He's
that
just
those
posting someone else's art. Technically, that account is literally just posting someone else's
Yeah, but he
creation.
showed
Talking
me
about-
some- but he showed us something we
yeah,
didn't
we
know
got- we
about.
learned something new.
Sure,
We
sure.
learned
That's
new
what the
art.
internet's about.
This
I didn't
is-
learn about a chicken bake and a double chunk chocolate chip cookie. I learned about
This
art.
is when this is the part of
Some
the
people want to
algorithm
feel less
where it's
alone,
like
though. I think, you know.
it's learning, it's exciting, it's something new, and it's something that I will save up money to get, and then I'm gonna bring it in, and you guys are gonna
How
be
much do you think
jealous.
that costs?
Oh, probably $1,000 for sure.
How many times do you
Let's
reckon you'd
Google
wear it?
How much?
Nah, that coin purse is probably, I'm going to say $250.
Artist DJ Do.
Yeah.
DJ
Can you believe my memory?
Yeah, go to his page.
That's unbelievable.
He's
It was
got
incredible. Watched
that
very
video one
wild
time.
art.
I know. It's in there.
It's all skin.
It's because you love art so much more than Costco Boys
do.
that you don't even remember the original name of the account of
mom's
the
an
Costco
artist.
Boys. But
See,
that,
look, he's got an eye.
That's crazy.
That's there's the eye that falls
Go to
asleep.
my
go to
God.
his go to his.
oh yeah, let's have a look at the assortment.
Yep.
Wait, but go up to the top and go
Which
to his
one of
like,
those?
store.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what the price is, and it's in Japanese. I've even got a currency converter ready,
Let's see.
Of course. you
Okay.
and it's set from Japanese
All right.
yen.
So there we go.
440,000.
449.
Japan?
Yeah.
I got
Japanese
it.
yen.
Yeah, I
Oh.
got it. That's $3,000.
No, that's
$3,000.
is that? Yeah, that's 3,000 bucks.
Yeah, if it's 440,000. Yeah.
Yeah, what about the thumb flash drive?
The flash drive, 176,000 is 1,200.
Yeah.
$1,200. That's a bit
Yeah.
expensive. I guess he has to hand
Come on,
paint
look
it.
at that thing. Look at that came floating towards you in a
right.
dream.
And also, you can fuck it or be fucked by it. So there is
That's
like
true.
There's multiple
I feel like
uses.
those teeth are dangerous. But
That's true.
I like the skin, the flesh lightsaber cover.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you can get all of it.
Wow.
Look, maybe you get a little gold tooth on
Look at
it.
this guy. You see that guy walking around, you think, what a cool dude.
That's
What a-
what's his name? Jimmy Fallon.
What?
Yeah, that's Jimmy Fallon right there.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that is Jimmy Fallon.
that's it.
Jimmy
Figure
Fallon's
that's the
involved in
artist,
this?
right?
Yeah.
Wow, I love
He
it.
gave him I think his own eye.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays. It's awesome.
Happy holidays, everybody.
He immediately threw that in the trash.
He was like, this is evil.
He's horrified.
There's a demon inside of it. All right, so that's my video.
What a pro Jimmy is, though.
Wow.
Oh,
What
yeah,
a pro.
look at the
Held
joy.
it together.
What'd you bring, Jeff? What conspiracy theory did you bring
It's
in
fine now.
today?
Throw it up, Jeff Zenizek. What was my video?
I love
First video of
conspiracy
the
theories.
week?
Big conspiracy theory guy over here.
I mean, I
You
like,
are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I like theories,
Sensible,
not
though.
conspiracy. I like sensible theories that
Yeah,
probably,
same.
if you look at the world at a macro level in terms of theology and science and
Totally.
politics and finance,
Totally.
then you
How
can
many
kind
people
of go,
can keep a secret?
there you go.
Paul McCartney
Number
is
one
dead.
question. Number one.
Just so you guys
many
know.
people can
He's
keep
dead.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I love this one. Turn this volume right up. Let's get this. So this is from Outstanding Screenplays, but they shared this video of Michael J. Fox talking about Parkinson's and gratitude. It's the bit about gratitude. It's
Okay.
about a minute and a half. Sorry, so it's a little longer than our usual, but worth listening
Started
to.
to break stuff. Broke this arm, I broke this arm, I broke this elbow, I broke my face, I broke my hand.
Falling on things.
Falling, which is a big killer with Parkinson's. It's falling and aspirating food and getting pneumonia and all these subtle ways that gets you. You don't die from Parkinson's, you die with Parkinson's. I'm not going to be 80. I'm not going to be 80. My life is set up so I can pack Parkinson's along with me if I have to.
There had never been a time in your life that wasn't amazing.
Very good life.
And it's perverse to say it, but kind of a charmed life.
That's the point. That's the joke. I recognize how hard this is for people, and I recognize how hard it is for me. But I have a certain set of skills that allow me to deal with this stuff. And then I realized, with gratitude, optimism is sustainable.
That's what I love.
If you can find something to be grateful for, then you find something to look forward to, and you carry on.
Write that down. With gratitude, optimism is sustainable.
There you go.
Started to break.
So
Yeah.
that's really
great.
important to me right now. First of all, I like that he turned himself into Liam Neeson halfway through his
I
speech.
know, he's a special
I've got
set of skills.
A special set of skills. I think he's going to start threatening again. Like, I will fucking murder you
Where's
if you
my
air
daughter?
this. Where's my daughter? I'd text her, but you know.
Oh my God.
But he Yeah, I really love that phrase.
It's a great message.
With gratitude, optimism is sustainable. And I think that's really speaking to me. Look, even when it comes to art, right? We're talking about art or the creation of art. You know, if you're grateful, Danny, you've had a successful career, right? And I'm sure there were things that you look back on, being on some of the television shows you've been on, right? Or being in some of the projects that you've been involved in. If you look back as a kid at the prospect of just working in this industry, you'd probably be like so fucking grateful and so excited and so optimistic. And then life, as we move up the ladder, can start to beat us down a little bit. And things that we used to be grateful for, we just
1
dismiss.
million%. And I think it becomes complaining is such an easier, something I think about a lot with my stand-up. Complaining is so much easier than enjoying. And I always am, and I fail at this a lot because it's so much easier to write a joke shitting on something.
Yes.
Particularly with like the Choose Your Own special. Like that was something I found immediately. Was like shitting on David Blaine, 1 million times easier joke to write than complimenting him.
Yeah.
But it is so true. And like I remember with Crazy X, like when we did our final show at Radio City Music Hall, Pete Gardner said something where he was like, let's all take in this moment and appreciate it because like it is so rare that reality exceeds your dreams. And that's what we got to do here. And it was like one of the deepest, most like beautiful things anybody's ever said. So yeah, no, I'm very grateful. Look, I'm very grateful to do what I do. And the day-to-day stuff is tough and it's hard. And when your passion becomes your job, it's your job now, and like that's real.
Yeah.
And you pay your bills off of this shit, and all of a sudden you're like, need it to go, like need it.
Yeah.
But I think what he says is so true about like you forget to like be grateful for these moments.
How do you guys, and this is to us as a group, how do we build? What's one thing that you do to like build gratitude into your daily experience? Because it's hard. It can be very hard some days.
I would say most days, particularly in this industry right now, very hard to
be grateful to.
Very hard to deal with everything going on in Hollywood right now and be like, love it.
Yeah.
Having the time of my life.
This is great.
What is it? Everybody sad? Perfect.
Love it.
But I think, for me, that's where stand-up comes in. Because stand-up is grounding. Stand-up is my grounder. Like, no matter what happens during the day, no matter what fucking auditions, no matter what bullshit email, no matter what script that nobody will read, etc. Like,
no matter how many Costco Boys videos come up in your feed,
Costco Boys video where I go, does anybody even want this? The coolest thing about stand-up is you take it directly to people, and that's I think the most frustrating thing about the internet is when you do stand-up live and you see how much people have such a good time, and I get to get that feedback. That brings me such gratitude.
I've never experienced that, so that's hard for me to picture. Just an entire audience having a good time when I'm doing stand-up.
They're always having a good time when you're doing stand-up.
It's just jokes. I'm grateful for you. Thank you.
But truly, that grounds me, right? Like immediately, like I go home and I'm like, okay, we're doing something, and like it makes you even like you spend all day like sometimes on the internet will get me, and I'll be like, everybody hates each other.
Yeah,
everybody's falling apart.
Everyone's doing well but me.
Everybody's doing well but me. We're in a civil war, whatever bullshit.
Another dog in Houston has been covered in chemicals.
And then you go and you do a show, and particularly like when I do shows like outside of LA, and I'm like, okay, I'm in Texas, and we're having such a good time. I'm having such a good time with this crowd. We're enjoying each other so much. I'm like, we're not different. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
That's why the internet is like the most depressed part of the internet is it feels like we're so different, and we're not.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like all of this division is made up by the internet because for clicks. And like when you go out in public, you're like, when you go up on stage around the country, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Most people are on the same page. We're fine. Just because these idiots online want, because it works. Because it works online. Because what'll get clicks online is sometimes the worst stuff.
Oh, 100%.
Sure, of course.
100%.
But that's why stand-up grounds you, because it's real.
I think
So you have gratitude for the live performance. That's what gives you...
and I think it makes me be it makes you have gratitude because you'll go through a shitty day and you'll be like, and then you go up at some club and like even like 10 people, but all of a sudden like they're laughing and I'm having fun and I'm telling my jokes and they like, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
I have a mantra before I go on
this.
stage now, which includes reminding myself that I'm like unbelievably lucky to get to do this, and whether it's a shit bar show or like a top club, and then I also go. The most valuable thing that anyone can give you is their time.
Yeah.
And all of these people are trusting me with 15 to an hour's worth of their time.
Oh, when I go on the road and I'm
You
like,
know.
people are there, you're like so grateful
Oh,
to
when
anybody
you-
who buys a ticket.
yeah.
Like,
To
I
come
don't
see
think,
you,
oh
yeah.
my God, I don't think people, and I try to say it on stage, just being like, you'll never understand how grateful I am
Yeah.
to you to come see.
Yeah.
Because that is, at the end of the day, all this Hollywood stuff aside, that is the number one, it's off the table, that is the number one,
Yeah.
like, thing you can do to just, like, make, and then it's like, the rest of the shit's like, who cares?
What about you, Jenny? How'd you get grateful?
Yeah.
I have been doing gratitude lists when I can remember to do them. But it's I'll just be honest,
where
it's
am
been
I
very
on the
hard. It's been
list?
hard. You're in there.
Top
You're in
10?
there. Great friends.
Top 10. Great friends.
Great
General.
friends.
General?
General friends.
Okay.
Not bringing a great attitude to the gratitude list.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff. No, I try to do like 5 before my journal writing, but I'll be honest, it's been very difficult recently to find stuff to be grateful for, which I know is like there's so much, but it's also
But like,
just hard.
but like, on a real level, we can cut this.
Yeah.
But like, was it last weekend? 2 weekends ago?
Oh, when I had the don't tell.
Like, you did a don't tell set that was like so good.
Yeah.
Like, just truly, like, it doesn't matter how good a stand up you are. You can have good sets, you can have bad sets, and like, particularly in that situation where it's like it's a taping, whatever, and like Jenny went up and like so clearly like
Oh,
dominated
I've
that
heard
room.
about it from
Yeah.
other people
Like,
already.
it was
Actually, it
just
was that good.
so wonderful. Like that had to have lasted for at least a little bit to be like in that environment, that amount of pressure, that build
Yeah.
up to that performance, and then like stand up is so people don't understand with tapings. Like, you get one shot at this shit.
Yeah.
You work on a joke for sometimes years,
Yeah.
and then it's like one take. You get one go through,
Yeah.
Right.
and like you crushed it.
Yeah.
That had to feel good.
That did feel very good. That felt really good. I think that, you know, there's a new moon in Virgo tonight, so I'm going to be
And
doing
we
some
were talking
gratitude.
about that earlier, I believe.
We were,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do some
I was texting you about it last night.
It's look, I know everyone is on fire right now about the new moon in Virgo, but yeah, I think I remember very distinctly one time sitting on a plane after I'd gotten this job and just very much relishing and like I'm gonna remember how this feels forever and how grateful I am to be here.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll recall on that feeling.
Yeah.
Of like I might not be in the plane anymore, I might not be on the set anymore, but like I remember that feeling of
Yeah.
like what it was like to be like I'm here working and achieving and like
And later on, Billy Bob Thornton's gonna
and then he
fucking stick
put
a finger
it in my
inside my
wiener.
butthole.
In my wiener. He
your
put it in my
wiener.
wiener. And then my
That's
little
what you
wiener
call your
coin
butthole.
purse. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, what
I've
about
had
you,
those.
Jeff?
I've had those like
Yeah.
moments on sets.
You just have to remember.
where I'm like, but also those where like, I cried when I left the TED set
Yeah.
after my last day because I was like, I just felt like it went so well, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, the pressure buildup of like, particularly at that time, like nobody's booking anything. It's literally the only show filming in town. I somehow book it off a self tape. Who books off a self tape? Nobody
Yeah.
books off a
Sure,
self
yeah,
tape.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then like showed up and like it was just like, yeah, I cried on the way when I left the set
Yeah.
because I was
Oh,
like,
that's beautiful.
yeah, I was like so
Nice.
proud
Yeah.
of myself.
And
Get
it was
emotional right
great.
now. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna cry right now.
You
did.
can,
Do
if
it.
you want
Almost
to
did
cry,
call
if you
myself.
want
No.
to cry,
No,
have a little
no,
cry,
I can't do
cry,
it.
cry.
Can't do it.
Fucking
Give us
cry.
fucking
No,
tears.
people can't know
Jeff,
that
what
I'm an
about
emotional
you?
guy.
I mean, I already said my gratitudes. I'm
yeah, you did.
I'm grateful that Danny brought in 2
You
extra
did.
clips. Let's watch one of those. We got 20 minutes to do it. Come on now. What's our next clip number 2 from Danny? Here we go. All
this
right.
guy.
So
I
this
love
is
this.
Okay.
this is by Drie Srovil.
Doctor?
So I believe he is some sort of like pop star, but this is every video.
No, Driels Rolvink.
Official.
Rolvink official.
Roll zinc.
Is he the silver
And he
fox
does
that we
this-
see before us?
So
Okay.
he does this every video.
Okay.
Same every
Sarah.
video.
Okay. That's written in words. I know. Often we have words on the outside of the bottle. Oh, nice. Looks like Richard Gere. He's got like a Richard Gere energy.
Totally.
Yeah, I want to see his face.
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it. Get ready.
Okay.
So he takes off his glasses every time.
Oh, here we go. Super Scandinavian looking. Nice.
Is this swirl?
swirls it.
Is he gonna just throw it in the guy's face?
No, he's going to look at it sideways, then he's going to smell it, and then he's going to bring some in. He's getting joyful about it.
You wish you enjoyed anything as much as this guy enjoys wine.
Oh wow. Oh, he's floating. He's flying.
And then he shakes their hand every time, like they made it, and then they show the beautiful place that he is. It's every video. I get them every day. He makes a new one. Every day I get it.
And
I
you
don't
said
understand
you
why.
hate
Do you
all
even
three
like
of the
wine?
videos you brought in today. So
I like
what is
wine.
it?
Yeah.
What is it about this guy that upsets you so much?
Well, I mean, I would say on like a money level, it's like this guy's clearly. I mean, every place is like the most gorgeous place ever.
This is the opposite end of the spectrum to Costco Boys. This is
Yes.
literally the same content, but
This
for
is a
the
guy
opposite
who's
end
doing
of the
what he loves.
This is the guy doing what he loves.
wealth
Exactly what he
spectrum.
loves.
But every video is him in the fanciest restaurant trying the fanciest wine. And yeah, he does the exact, it's every single one the exact same. It's that same song.
Yeah.
Everyone smells it, does it. Every time takes a sip, melts. Like he's never, and then shakes their hand like that is the guy who did the wine and not the guy who just brought it out. But he's like, thank you. And the guy's like, and he's always, every video is the same. And I don't get why I could keep getting them, but I know about this guy and I can't stop watching him.
I like him, but I'll tell you why. Because he's like he's enjoying. If at the opposite end of the scale, if the Costco Boys content was literally just the dad sitting down at a Costco table in the outside, in the sunshine, bunch of families around him doing a thing, and he had like just
God, he has 1.4 million
and he just
followers.
had a chicken bake.
I think I think this guy is a pop star in some way in whatever country he's from.
And he has no bio yet.
But this is
The
every video.
we just watched had 72 million views, I believe.
Look at these.
What?
But look at
no,
it. I mean-
1.2 million.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But look at
I
that,
was looking at this
72.2
pin
over here. That's the same. And they're all the same. I mean, they're all the same.
Wait, can we see what the 81.7 million one has got? Why was that so popular? We have to know what happened. Maybe he spits it back out in this one.
It's going to be.
Maybe he doesn't shake. He smacks his ass.
I
into the
watched
cat.
1,000 of these. Watch it. It's
Instead
going
of
to be the
shaking his
exact
hand.
same. That's what makes it so crazy.
He just puts a finger in his hand. Here we go. It's always a wine as well. Does he drink red or not?
Oh, sometimes.
He barely gave that one a fucking cent around the
He's
glass.
watching it.
This is what happens when you rely on
And he's like, let me have a Guinness.
He wants to read it. He wants to make sure
Right.
that he knows exactly
It's
what
definitely
he's about to
still
taste.
wine.
Is it a smell? He takes it so seriously, and then.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it goes.
you
Because he
go.
gave it a little. He used it like mouthwash that time.
Oh, he
Are you
loved it.
kidding me? Give me a handshake. Give that man a handshake.
Shook his hand. And now look
that-
quiet.
Every
That
time.
Somelia's hand
Every
looks so minuscule in that guy's hand.
Yes.
I love this. And I'll tell you why, because it's the dude doing whatever the fuck makes him the happiest in the world, which is obviously that first taste of the evening wine makes him joyful. He's documenting it. He's not trying to sell you something. He's not talking about the wine. He's not
That's
a
what I'm saying.
company. He's like,
This
he's
is
just
not-
loving it.
Nothing that I have on that I sent you or anything in my life makes me upset as the Costco guys right now.
Okay.
I would argue.
Right.
I would rather get.
But that's what I'm saying. If the
Fox
opposite end of the
Better
scale,
than the Costco guys, though?
a million
if
times.
the Costco guys
this is a guy
video-
But
genuinely
this
sharing.
sucks, though, right?
It's
blow.
crazy.
They both suck,
It's
but they're
crazy,
different
but,
spectrums
but,
of
but
the
this
suck,
is,
right?
But this is a guy not selling us. This isn't. This guy is very rich. Decided to make a type of video about how much he likes wine. Whatever. Like it's weird.
And
it
now
showed
he's
up my
getting free
feed.
wine.
Whatever.
He's
I
the
wanna-
know he's
Costco
getting
guy,
free
but
wine.
with money.
He's not. He's
No,
not. Because here's the difference. The
he's not.
Costco guys.
What's he selling?
I
What's
come
he
from
selling?
white trash. I understand what that
No,
is.
bro, because if the Costco guys were this guy, what it would be that dad just sitting down at Costco table, families around, he orders a bake, he gets a sundae, and then he like just films himself just
Yes.
smelling the bake, he peels it,
That
gets
would
a
be
little
worse.
cruck, like
I would not
fills
watch
it,
that
and
guy
then he just,
sniffing anything. No.
I have not seen
no.
this guy
Little
advertise
sauce on the
one
chin.
specific wine. I have not seen him do one
Yeah.
thing. He just likes wine and he's sharing it with the world.
Alcoholism.
There you go.
Digest
There you go.
it.
He
yeah.
does look a little red in the face. I'm not gonna lie. There's
Yeah,
a
he drinks
little.
a ton of wine.
Yeah, there's a lot
He's
going on with
eating
that guy.
outside on patios all the time.
All the time.
He's got gout. He's got
That's the
gout
thing.
in
For
both
sure.
legs.
That's
yeah.
the only thing I
Sure.
really don't like about this guy is that
He will die.
he is so
He's
rich.
He's
missing a
rich
foot
and
right
he
now.
will
and
die
He's clearly so rich,
before
but I-
everyone.
What does he do?
I think he's a pop star. If you want to, that's the thing I've always wanted to look up about him, and I never have. But I think one time I saw him like on stage singing, and it seemed like a lot of people were there. So I think that's how he's famous.
And it is official. This is his official Instagram.
I cannot.
This
stress.
is what the people want. He's
I
right.
clicked his
78
link
million,
and
81 million
I clicked
views.
his link, and this is what comes.
Yeah,
up.
there's
Yeah,
always
he's a
the music
musician.
things. Can we hear
Choose
like 2
music
seconds
service.
of his music and just see if it's trashed? What's that? What is that? That might play
see.
something.
Let me hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can pull that.
Yeah, where's he from? I love it. I love it.
This is after the bottle.
Okay, yeah,
I
he's
love it.
definitely not American.
No,
Oh,
Nope,
totally.
No.
no. Because he's just loving life. He's
Now-
also in Tidal, everybody.
Let's see if we can get through a couple more videos before we
So
wrap
sorry,
this
so
bad boy.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
need to
yeah.
apologize.
No,
I
I
feel
love
like
it.
Roll.
But
We're
he's
gonna
a fun
learn
one.
all about
He's
Roll.
a fun one where I'm like, I don't know how this guy entered my life. He shows up all the time. I will say, I have grown to enjoy him.
Yep.
I like his passion.
He's
This
your,
is the
he's
algorithm
soft
trying
and
to
calming
work
for
out
you.
which end of the class spectrum you are and what speaks to you, and you're confusing it because you're watching
Well, but I'm a very
the
confusing
Costco
guy.
boys, and then
Yes,
you're
you
as
are.
watching.
many people know, I'm very confusing.
Highly confusing.
From Virginia, live in LA,
Right.
Musical theater, sports,
Right.
like really
Very
kind of.
white looking, but you identify as black.
Yeah, 100%.
I won't even play along with Pussy joke. Not in this economy, no thank you. But this is not one of mine.
Oh, this is one of mine. Here we go.
All right, let's see.
This is not mine.
Let's see.
All right.
Wait, Jeff, what inspired it before we start?
This artist
looking the
has
wrong
been
way.
suggested to me a couple of times now, but I really like the contents of this video.
Okay.
I feel like more men need this in their life.
Okay.
This is just classic. Of course this would happen. I invite somebody over to watch a movie and the fucking subtitle feature doesn't work. Dude, you seem stressed. I am stressed. Come on, dude. Relax. Listen up. Jesus is in control, dude. Jesus is in control. Yeah, we gotta loosen you up. It's just that I torrented this movie and it said it had English subtitles and there aren't, so we're not gonna know what they're saying. And I got this beautiful girl sitting next to me. Dude, tell her that. Tell her she looks really good. You look really good tonight.
Oh, thanks.
That's what's up.
It's a little fucking wing
This is just
shake.
classic.
I
love it.
loved him. Love that. That's actually just good content. I thought we were supposed to
Emotional
share.
regulation.
I thought we were supposed to share
No,
shitty
whatever-
things.
whatever is like-
That's just good. That's just a good sketch.
It was the little proud shake of the wings that really sells through. I wish Jesus was like
The
that.
whole
Just-
thing. Everything about that
how
was
come
well done.
Jesus is like that? He
Yeah.
could be.
Who can bring you down when you're in a stressed place, Danny? Who can emotionally regulate you like
My
that?
wife.
Do you have
Is it
someone in your life?
Jesus?
Your wife does?
Yeah, my wife.
How does she do it? Is it a neck rub?
No.
Is she
No,
the
she-
son of God? What is it that she does?
I think she just like your wife becomes kind of like your just go to like. It's kind of like, I think the nicest thing about a wife is that at this point, she knows everything at this point. So it's like when something happens, it isn't like I have to like go to you and be like, so this thing happened, but this thing happened. But actually, like the reason I'm sensitive about that is because of this, and the reason because when I was a kid, it's like I can tell her what happened, and she's gonna be like, I know exactly how that's gonna affect you.
Yeah.
And it's like, and a lot of times, honestly, at the end of the day, you have to regulate yourself. Like no one else
Yeah.
can do it for you.
100%.
So my wife is just somebody who it's like, okay, I'll just tell her. She's gonna listen. She knows all the shit. She might give me an opinion I don't want, in which case I'll leave. But most times she's gonna give me something I do want to hear.
In which case, I'll leave her.
Yeah, and I'll tell her, I'll just leave the relationship and
Yeah.
tell her, go figure it out for your fucking self.
Yep.
But no, like that's what a wife is. Like a wife is somebody
Does
who really.
she do physically though? Is there a physical gesture?
What
Is
do
there
you want him
something
to
that helps
say?
it? No, I'm just intrigued. I'm just asking.
I would say that it's less physical for me.
Okay,
It's
physical
much
touch
more-
isn't it for you? It's just
I
someone
like
listening
physical
to you.
touch, but as far as like when I'm really like going through something,
Right.
like it's not about physical touch. It's really about like
Yeah,
emotional.
I feel like you just want to hear him talk about back rubs.
Yeah.
You just want, does she rub you? What does she do?
She does, but it's not really what
That's
I'm
not what I was
saying,
angry
you know
for.
what I mean?
That's
It's not
not
really
what I
what
was
it's
angry
about.
for. What about you, Jenny?
What
How
did
do you
you do?
who or what can emotionally regulate you? the best?
Nobody.
Okay, cool. Lupe, your pug.
Not even. I try to cry with her, and she moves to the other end of the bed.
You bum
I
out your
cry,
dog.
and she goes to the other bed, and then she looks at me like,
She's like,
this is
"Ugh,
a lot.
Yeah,
Bad
yeah,
No,
yeah.
vibes.
thank you.
Bad
I have,
vibes.
I have
Bad
two
vibes.
dogs now, and one of my dogs is very much like that. When like I get really down, she'd be like, "What do you
Like,
want
get
from me?"
I got
nothing
but then
for you,
another
bro,
dog
yeah.
is like, I'm here for
Yeah.
you, buddy.
It's
Let's
like,
go.
I'm a dog.
No.
Get a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I feel you.
Lupe's like, I got shit. I've seen shit.
Sure.
My kids got taken away from me when I was a puppy. What do you want?
Lupe's been through rehab twice.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
like, so.
done meth 3 times.
Oh
Three
my
times, yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, probably 4 actually. It might
They
be
say
4.
it changes you forever now. New meth.
Oh yeah.
New meth is really strong. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, new meth is really strong.
Oh wow.
People are
I'll
not-
ask Lupe about it.
People are
I'm
not
sure
talking
she's
about this
done it.
enough.
I just like the title of it, New Meth. It's
People
like,
don't talk about new meth. New meth is different.
Old and New Testament.
It's one of my
you know what I mean?
biggest. It's one of my biggest frustrations with society right now. Is people are like, "Oh, these people are on drugs." It's like, dude, the drugs have changed. Like, it's
Yeah.
so much stronger than it used to be. These aren't people. You get one meth now, you are in
Yeah.
big trouble.
One dose of meth, you
One
might
dose
never
of
come
meth
back
is
from
not
that.
like it used to be.
Back
One
in
dose
the
of
day,
meth
it
used
used
to
to be
be like
7 or 8 meths.
before you were really like falling down that.
You
I
could do
think you're being
half a bag of
sarcastic, but I
meths.
refuse to
No,
give in.
it's
Okay.
true.
It's
This shit is
People
this shit
do
is
not
bad.
realize how much stronger it is now.
It's bad, and then
Yeah.
also to the way that we
Fentanyl might
have
be in it.
and full disclosure, my sister did pass of a drug overdose, but the way that
way to bring it down.
No, I didn't react that way. That was him.
No, but it is like it's stronger, and the ways we have to actually fix it with like rehab and medications and all that stuff, it doesn't work.
Yes.
The way.
Yeah, we need new rehab for the
Well,
new
you
meth.
have to be able to. This is gonna be off. This part we might have to cut.
Yeah.
But like, you have to be able to put people into a facility for longer than
100%.
72 hours. You can't. They aren't able to fully get off.
But
of
there's
it in
not
that time.
people don't have the money for it. People
People
don't
don't
have the
have the money,
resources.
and you can't force somebody to be in there, and so you only can get them in for like 72
Yeah.
hours,
What
right?
we need
And
to do
then
is you need to
meth-
pay the physically strongest people who are either on the street or on the poverty line or like
Yeah.
struck with mental health issues. You pay the physically strongest ones to pin down the others to keep them in for longer than 72 hours. So they're
Yeah.
now you're giving a job to someone. You're helping them have a place. You give them a place to live.
It can't be.
Yeah, like
it can't be overstated how genuine a conversation Jenny and I are having. And how much you're not saying.
Oh.
Like one of the most pure, honest. Like this is how we fix society
Yeah.
conversations.
Welcome,
Like,
welcome to our comedy podcast. Show me your
two
feet.
people trying to get to the bottom of it. Being
You're
like,
right,
this
you're
is
right.
comedy
real.
podcast.
Yeah.
This is a real podcast. We're talking about
What
real
did I tell you
shit.
Real
before? What did
shit.
I tell you? Every podcast I ruin. I ruin every
did ruin
podcast
it.
because I come in and I'm too serious.
Sorry, I
didn't- you
brought up
haven't
my
ruined it.
dead sister, Jeff. Whoa.
No, it's all right.
But
So
yes,
let's go
we
watch
have to-
another animation about Jesus rubbing
Yeah.
someone's back.
And then ask me if my wife
Yeah,
rubs my back some more.
Why don't you bring
All
out your
right,
little
so
fucking
when my dad
silicone
died from his
pussy.
alcoholism. There you go. No, I mean, I get you. It's like, yeah. The new meth needs a new approach to deal with it. You
Yeah.
can't
Yes.
approach.
All of it,
All of
need
it.
it. And Lupe is the one.
Well, I mean, we
Lupe is the
haven't
one.
and Lupe
we
is the
haven't
key.
we haven't
Lupe is the key.
evolved for like 100 years though. Like general
We haven't evolved
practices. We've
in thousands of years.
no, but very particularly in the last 100, we haven't we've had technological advancements and things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to actually
Where's
our
our
practices,
tails?
our modes of engagement socially within
No, move too
society
fast.
have stayed
Yes.
very simplistic.
Everything's moved too fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're all still
Well, now we're
little
being
amoeba
held. We're
brains.
being held. I think they're
What?
squeezing every last drop out of
Yeah.
us before they move on to the next phase.
There's
Who's we?
there's the
Who's
there's
they?
the conspiracy
Maybe we'll find out in the
theory.
next clip.
There's
Is it
the
Jenny's clip next?
conspiracy.
It's a Jenny Zagrino clip. Come on,
It's
we're
a Zagrino clip.
definitely
Which
going
one
to get through
is this?
two
Oh,
of them.
this is good. This is a fun palate cleanser.
Oh goodness,
You'll like it.
So this is by Blind Luck Pictures. Anyone else? Hashtag
Look,
making movies so you don't have to.
my algorithm's recently been filled with a lot of like workout stuff and dietary stuff, and this one showed up because it's important.
It spoke to you. All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
You guys can relate, right?
Wow, I like how artistic. He looks like a Jason Pollock. Look at all of those fucking colours.
Look at that.
Whoa.
That's it.
What in the hell
Is that what
movie
happens
is
to you when
that?
you eat
It's
dairy
just
now?
eating dairy in your 30s.
What was that from?
I have no idea what it's from, but
I'm very lucky.
loved
Knock on
it.
wood. How dare you?
I was very, I've resonated very much with this video.
I've really, knock on wood, held on to my ability to eat dairy.
Have you had
Get
other
outta
things
here.
change though as you've because you're in your 30s?
Alcohol is the only thing that's really 30s. Alcohol is the only thing that's really changed for me. Where it's like
Yeah.
it is harder for me to drink alcohol.
What happens if you drink alcohol now?
Well, one, a little bit of hangover, but two, the bigger thing is like it bloats me.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
look bloated.
yeah, I get bloated as
I
well.
really it physically like it's
You're gonna
probably
look like that guy drinking that wine.
I look like that guy. Then.
Yeah. As he hides his erection under the table. All right, look, I bring in the short, the sweet, the cute.
I loved it.
Yeah,
that was a
let's-
great one.
It speaks to me. It speaks to me
spoke
because
all of us.
I
Oat
also
milk. Team oat milk,
I
baby.
also feel that way about
milk's great.
dairy. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd
I
fall
feel
into
that way
the toilet.
about new meth.
There you go.
All right, let's go. Next.
Let's finish up on Danny's last one. We'll
Danny's
get
last
Danny's
one.
third
we
one.
Can, we can fit our last two in.
You reckon?
I think so.
In
yeah.
the last minute and
We got it.
17 seconds.
We got
All
it.
right,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it.
Never been on
Cool.
a podcast that ended in the time it said it was going to
Yeah.
end. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, get ready for this shit. I know what this
We
one
can't
is.
see it right now, Jeff C.
We can hear it.
Sorry,
But
we can
I
hear
know
it.
exactly what it is
And it
because.
sounds like sad Yugoslavian
Do
music.
either of you know this thing?
No, it sounds like
No.
a baby.
It's great. So it's the same video every time.
Here we go.
I can't wait.
So these videos.
Who's this by? Let's
This
have a
needs
look at the name first of all. It's Weird Things 993.
But it's always
on
by a different
TikTok.
person. This is always by
Okay.
a different person. So these are,
It's like an aggregator.
yeah, these aggregate accounts. They're like all terrible AI, like scary things.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
It's the same song every time, and they're bad.
Okay.
You like repeating content. It's like the same.
I
every
can't get
time.
out of
Yeah,
these
you like
things.
repetitive
Like this is the thing,
content.
Every time.
dude. This shows up on my feed constantly. It's usually either aliens or underwater shit, and they're always like like this one says hi, but sometimes the thing will say like whoa, like unexplained phenomena, and it's like this is so obviously fake. Anyway, go on.
Okay.
Okay.
It's long.
Looks cool though. Well done.
It's like a video game.
It's really well done actually. That little scampering off into the woods.
I mean, that's pretty fake.
That looked bad. The rest of it looked pretty good.
Oh, no. You know what? That doesn't look bad either.
This is just on my feed. all
Wait,
the
this is
time.
about to drop though. I'm looking forward to the drop.
It's my life.
5 to 10 years, this is what's going to be happening to us in real life.
This is what I watch.
As the forces of chaos take dominance.
Yeah, well, you better
over the
you
earth.
better use
Dude.
that Virgo new moon.
It's very,
And it won't happen.
skibbity toilet-ish.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
But I watch these show up on my feed all
Oh,
the
well,
time.
that's from
Star Wars.
yeah, but then that was also the Keanu Reeves character from Cyberpunk sitting opposite you.
I will say it's it's creativity of people doing this stuff because you can just download these programs and learn them.
1,000,000%. And I
Oh,
can't.
look, it's that same guy. He bought him an arm for Christmas
Good for him.
from that artist.
What an awful arm.
That's actually a duffel bag you can store your gym kit in.
Yeah, no, that happened. Rent's too goddamn high. You know what I mean?
This is the kind of scary, quote unquote, scary content that is like farmed out to like young audience stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think you've curated a child's algorithm?
You kind of have.
Because Costco boys get sent to families or
That's
kids.
interesting. I do think I keep up with what the kids are up to. I think I do think I know
Yeah.
most like things going on. And I take a lot of pride in that. I've very much been like, I know what we're all watching.
Yeah.
It could be tied also to the video game content. If you're looking at a lot of Magic the Gathering or like video game specific
True.
content, when I used to stream and digest huge amounts of Call of Duty content and stuff like that all the time,
Yeah.
my algorithm became very much like very meme, very
Yeah.
aimed at kids, teens, kind of content, shit like that. And then as I've been more specific and I stopped looking at video game content, I found that it's kind of the algorithm has matured
Yeah,
along
I'll still
with
watch a lot of Madden and NCAA videos.
yeah, so it might just
Yeah.
think you're like a cute little 14-year-old boy just trying to find himself who's a bit scared of aliens.
Except for
Yeah.
that wine guy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but then explain the wine.
No,
guy.
but I will
Okay,
explain
wine
it.
guy.
That's, the wine guy is a 12-year-old boy's like concept of what an eligible silver bachelor is in his 50s. That's literally what it is a man trying wine.
Or it's like, or they're like, this is what alcohol must feel like.
Right.
This is what alcohol is.
It is
Yeah.
a guy
Is
enjoying
old guy
alcohol in the way
enjoying
that, like,
alcohol.
But then I will say, like, so I have a very, like, I said that about, like, as I get older, alcohol, but, like, I also have a great relationship with alcohol.
Okay.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
Where, like, alcohol.
You can do whatever you fucking like to alcohol.
It's there for me.
Yeah.
It is. It's so scary. how
Unless
much-
you do whatever you want in the bedroom.
It makes me feel good.
It does. I'm
I go to it and I
responsible.
say, hey, this is what I'm really going through. And it goes, I'm here to listen.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it. I love alcohol.
So continue. You have a great relationship with alcohol.
I do
but
have a great relationship with alcohol. So I think I like that guy because I'm like, oh, I think that could that is. I think he is an I think that right now there is this thing of like all or nothing in our society, and I, with alcohol in particular, have like really tried to be like, I think there's a way to have alcohol in my life and not ruin it, and part of that's because I'm lucky where that's how it affects me.
Yeah.
But then also like, it's like, okay, it bloats you, but it's like, well, do I have to kick this out completely, or is there a way to like,
Yeah.
do it on weekends and just have a drink, like just have a glass or two, like, really be responsible. So I will say I watched that guy and I'm like, he looks like he's very much enjoying alcohol.
Yeah.
He's made it a fun part of his life. It's not ruining it.
Yeah.
My wife and I are both very fun on alcohol.
Yeah, I think
We're both very good at alcohol.
Right.
I miss being drunk sometimes. I was pretty fun.
You're done with alcohol?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah,
I'm an alcoholic, so I'm the wrong person. I'm not great with it.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I was fun.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
like,
fun.
I'm very lucky. It's
Yeah.
actually the problem because like I tried weed for like a while,
Right.
and I never tried weed until the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Oh,
And-
shit.
And I was like, because I loved alcohol. The second I had alcohol, I was like, this is perfect. I know how to behave on this. I even like when I was in college, I would like black out.
Yeah.
I would literally get home. I'd be like, what happened? They'd be like, you were just like kind of cool. You were just kind of chill.
chill, yeah.
Like
You
I
had a nap.
Chill vibes, dude.
like just like pass out, but like I was always like responsible. I never made bad decisions, never drunk drove, like just been really good on it. I don't make those kind of
I
decisions.
feel really judged. I don't know what it's the way you're.
Neither of us have said anything.
no
No,
judgment.
no.
Literally,
It's
this is
literally-
my
Man, we're
relationship with this
fun,
thing.
not
I know.
like
I'm
Jeff.
teasing. I'm
But then
teasing.
during-
I'm teasing. It's
during
just-
Not like
COVID,
this guy.
during
I've
COVID,
never
I was
drunk
like, let me
drove.
try.
All right, bro. What do you want a fucking medal? You never like ruined relationships because of booze. I've got arrested. All right, congratulations.
He's like I would just have like a little hot
I
toddy
get
and go to
blackout
bed.
drunk and end up in my own bed. All right, congrats. You didn't pick up any STIs. All right.
All right, let's see what the next video is.
I just wish
Whose
I had
is
that
it? Is it
relationship
Jeff's
with
or
alcohol.
mine?
This one?
Oh, I love it. This is guys, we're
This is
learning
you,
today.
right?
This is
Explaining
me.
_ science on Instagrams.
Yep.
Wombats have buns of steel.
Yep. I want everyone to learn.
Okay.
When a wombat is attacked by predators, it will just run back to its den and plug the entrance with its butt.
Juicy.
Because much of their
Very
butt
juicy.
is made of thick cartilage, which is apparently
related
quite
very much.
scratch and bite resistant. And if a predator manages to stick its mouth in the den, it will use its butt to crush the predator's head up against the ceiling.
Wow.
Wombat will just kill the predators by twerking them to death.
This has been
No
my
way.
experience. This is my life experience.
No.
This is your spirit animal. This is how you feel.
I think I'm a wombat, everybody.
Bullshit lie, not true.
No, it is true.
No, they twerk them to death.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say explaining science, not accurate. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no part of that is true. They probably have a
Jeff
strong
sees
butt.
on it already. He's like, let me check the science on this
Yeah.
one.
No world wombat. No.
How would wombats survive otherwise?
Hiding. That's what most animals do.
Yeah, but they
That'd
have
be saying
big
if
butts.
a predator's after you,
In the
I
den.
can see them protect a lot of nocturnal what they call
gonna
set
You're gonna Google
dwelling
it?
mammals use.
Okay.
A wombat fighting.
Ooh, I love it. Let's see what this guy does.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't twerk itself.
I've been a nasty wombat. Yeah, I've been a nasty wombat. It's gonna shake
Certainly
it.
works
Yeah.
up an appetite.
You're gonna have to probably
So
go
they
forward
worked
to
up
it a
an
little bit.
appetite.
Rather odd dog grass isn't a very energy-rich food.
Come on, fight someone, wombat. Fight him with your
A
ass.
smaller female has wandered onto the male's feeding ground.
Uh-oh. This fucking bitch coming in when a dude's just
It's
trying to
an
chill with his
intrusion
friends.
that can't be tolerated.
Can't tolerate it.
She's about to get the ass.
2 wombats on the same feeding ground is one too many.
Yeah, wombat versus wombat fights.
The
This is gonna be. This has got to be a head-on experience, no?
Let's
With
see.
surprising speed.
Doesn't seem
Are
that
they just gonna
surprising.
kill each other?
It looks pretty average.
That's
This
pretty
food.
small
Just
speed.
chase each other? Was that it?
Yeah,
Wombats can dash as fast as an Olympic sprinter.
but you're right though. Look at that shelf
Yeah,
full
look
of
at that
food.
ass.
So
Look at
it only
that ass.
takes a few seconds to put a safe distance between a trespasser and one's feeding range.
Man, Australia's really got the best television I've ever seen. That was it?
That was so anticlimactic.
Yeah, sorry. I typed fighting, and I don't know why that came up. So,
No worries.
my bad.
Well, there we go. So, one back to the juicy butt. So that speaks to you
Juicy
because
butts.
you feel like you have a lot of power within your rump, do you?
I do, and I feel like you got to use what God gave you, which is a big old rump.
I like that. If you're not born with giant claws or big teeth or venom or any of the other things,
Yeah.
let me just get a plated juicy butt
And
and,
I
use
will
that
knock
as
your
a
head
shovel.
against a wall with my ass.
Danny's Googling to work out if it's
Yeah.
real or not.
I
He's
am.
he's questioning the
Are you
science
still
right
questioning
now.
this?
Oh, I'm still very much questioning the science, and I will get to the bottom of it. But I am going
Oh,
to
to the bottom of it? Oh, don't get your head crushed once you reach it.
If we had to go back to survival of the human race, which clearly we haven't had to do for many, many years,
Yes.
right? Which is why we're so fucked up, actually. What do you think? What would be your survival technique, Danny? What would you
We
love
need
to
more
use as
war.
your
We need
defense
more
mechanism against other humans?
Oh, I mean, I think my speaking. That's what that's what I do well, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm always like I'm a good. Well, let me tell you, I just sent in a tape to Survivor,
Woo!
and but the thing I said is like if I was on Survivor, like I would just like I'm not going to be the fastest, I'm going to be the strongest. I'm never going to be those things, right? What does stand up teach us? It teaches you who you are. It's the best thing about doing stand up.
Yeah.
You really have to look in the mirror and go, who am I? How do I come across to others? And the thing I know about myself is I am good at talking.
Yeah.
I can out talk my way. If it was Survivor, I'd be like, great. Listen, here's what I'm able to do. I'm gonna come to whatever big guy with a big gun room, and I'm gonna be like, okay, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
Here's what I can do for you, and let's figure out a way. But I'm gonna be as honest as I can. The problem
Yeah.
with most people in society is they lie.
Right.
And when you lie or you aren't honest about what you're capable of, you get yourself in bad spots.
Yeah.
Sure.
The second you walk in a room and go, this is kind of what I'm able to do, and genuinely I'll be able to deliver on this.
Yeah.
You're a valuable asset at that point because you know exactly what you're investing in.
You're gonna be the first one voted off.
100%. Yeah. Probably killed by a wombat.
This guy won't stop
Speaking about
talking.
valuable assets,
He came in and he's like, "This is bullshit," and then he left.
so painful. Thank you, man. It's all right. It was all right. It was relevant to the material.
No,
All
I
right.
love it. Our last video is from Jeff.
Last video of the day. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is just made me feel less alone. I like the attention to detail. I like the book being upside down. This is by the book club no one asked for
Yeah.
on Instagram, and it's about ADHD. This is what it's on.
Do you dance sometimes, just in your head?
I have shit like that going on for me frequently. And or I'll start one job and then I have to do 27 jobs. So I felt less alone by seeing this, but also I wanted to say if you do suffer from ADHD, audiobooks. I've started digesting a lot of my content now as audiobooks, and it's so much easier because then I can do something else while I do it. And it speaks to my
Yeah.
ADHD mind. Sitting down with a physical book and opening it up, I'll get a page in and then I'll be like, oh, butterfly. Oh, I got to put washing on. Oh, it's hot. Let me get sun cream. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And 4 hours have gone by and I haven't read any more
I
pages of the
have
book.
2 books that have taken me 2 years. I'm not done with them yet.
Well, but then I switched to audiobooks and now I go for a hike with my dog and I'm like, there's a dedicated hour where I'm just
Yeah.
doing something healthy. I'm doing a task. I'm getting something done so I can feel fulfilled as an ADHD mind. But then
Yeah.
also I'm expanding my mind a little bit with Have you got ADHD?
When I ran my marathon last year.
Ooh.
Right.
This year, sorry. I ran a marathon a couple months ago. I'm not here to brag about it, but I did run a
I
marathon.
love how the timeline changed so much.
I forgot. It's so recent it almost impresses me on the fly.
Yep.
I listened to the Harry Potter audiobook the entire time.
Nice.
And the whole time training, and when I did it, it was unbelievable.
How many hours was the run? You could have gotten through almost like a whole book, right?
Well, so the final marathon, you do it I did it in 5 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's
That's nice. A lot of
That's a
running.
book.
Oh yeah, it was. Well, no.
No, it's
No?
not. No, it's,
No, and Jim
Harry
Dale-
Potter is probably like a 20
Have
hour
you
book.
listened to the
Yeah.
Jim Dale audiobooks?
I haven't, no.
So good.
Change your life. It's
Okay.
the best. It's the best read of any book ever, and he does such a good job. He's so good. different voice for every character.
Yeah, that's what I've got with like the Warhammer series. There's a bunch of like some
Love
of the
Warhammer.
Yeah, and
I used to play Warhammer when I was a kid.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
We were in the same nerdy groups.
Yeah. I played Warhammer. That was probably the lowest I felt as far as nerdiness.
Okay.
But I loved it. And then the problem is, as an adult, it's like, who are we building this shit?
Yeah,
you know, it's like
my ex goes and plays and is in competitions and does all the
paints the models,
paints them all, goes and does the competitions.
No, it's a dedication. But it's not something I could do that fully anymore. You know.
Yeah.
But I play Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, it's pretty much the same.
I'll play
thing.
Magic the Gathering Arena.
There you go.
And that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'll get myself into that.
Danny, we've learned so much about you.
Yeah, I'm a real loser.
No. We've learned what you don't like, that you love art, that you're very dedicated to stand up.
Don't like the Costco boys.
You don't like the Costco boys.
Don't like rich men drinking wine.
No, he loves rich men drinking wine.
I'm indifferent toward it. It just shows up.
It's a love-hate relationship with them.
Yeah. We through the things that you came here saying that you don't like them.
Yeah.
We've
actually
learned so
turned
much
around
more
that
about what you do like and who you truly are.
And he hates wombats. Doesn't believe a word they say.
Yeah, not a big fan of wombat ass.
Which is disappointing because a large number of our viewers are very wombat.
I'm a fan of the wombat
positive.
ass. This whole twerking to death thing, I'd really love
wombat
a scientist
ass?
to
Wish
weigh
they
in.
would. All right.
Danny, where can people find you? Tell us. Tell us where people can find you. Where can they follow your reels?
Certainly. So, plugs.
Plug it up.
At Danny Jolles on all social media. Please, for the love of God.
JOLLES.
That's right. Yeah, please follow me. It's very important.
Do it.
TikTokers are taking our job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then, please go see me on the road. I will be Grand
It's gonna be,
Comedy
like, October.
Club. Oh, so it's gonna be October.
Yeah.
Well, what's your website where people can check all the latest dates?
DannyJolles.com will have all the stuff. But also follow me and getting on my email list is the easiest way to find if I'm coming to your town. But I'm sure I'm coming there soon. And then the last thing I say, and I say this on every podcast, stand-up comedy is like hockey. It is fun to watch on TV, but it's so much different and better live. Please don't worry about seeing me or anybody. Just go, look up your local comedy club, make sure the comedian that they booked, you can find 10 minutes of uninterrupted stand-up online. If you can't find 10 uninterrupted with actual material, do not go. But find somebody going who does, and then go and see live stand-up comedy. You'll have the time of your life. You'll never stop going. It'll change your life.
Nice.
That's great. That's a great plug for all of us.
Love it.
God, Danny cares about all of us.
Thanks, Danny. It was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look up some wombat facts. We'll see you next time on the podcast. Take care of yourselves. Lots of love.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Or Jeff, did you want to plug anything?
Nah.
Okay.
I reckon the
Nice, that was
wombats are
great.
real. I reckon the wombats are real. I reckon they do that.
100% they do that. Look, did you see that rum?
That rum